it's Bee with Modern Canine, and today we are making enrichment chews for your pets. These enrichment chews are actually healthy. They won't add extra calories to your pet's diet, and they also won't break the bank. So here are ingredients for today's recipe. We're going to use marrow bones that the dogs have already chewed. So these are regular raw marrow bones that we give to our dogs, and they're awesome chews by themselves. But once the dogs get all the marrow out of the bone, they usually become less interested in them. So we are going to reuse these and stuff them with our homemade recipe. Now, what I'm using today is actually our dog's regular kibble. And if you're feeding your dog raw food or freeze-dried or canned food, you can do that. And the main reason for this is that we want to be sure that we're not adding a lot of extra calories to our dog's diet by providing these chews. So we're using their food. The other thing that we're using is bone broth, beef bone broth that is specifically made for dogs. So this is made by the Honest Kitchen, and I'll provide some links for you in the description below the video. But this is specifically formulated for dogs. You can use your own bone broth if you make bone broth at home. You just want to be sure that you're not adding a lot of salt or onions or garlic to your bone broth. And if you purchase bone broth at the store, again, you want to be sure that it doesn't have a lot of salt in it, so low sodium if at all possible. The other thing that I'm adding to my stuffing here is Happy Bond collagen and nutrient supplement. We love this supplement. We also did a wonderful interview with the lady that actually invented this particular product, and I'll be sure to link that video for you as well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the beef bone broth from the Honest Kitchen for the dogs into some warm water. I got a cup of warm water here, and I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of the broth. In addition to the beef broth, this also has pumpkin, parsley, and turmeric in it. So this is going to make for a nice, healthy way to enrich our dog's chews. And then we're going to take about a cup of our dog's kibble here, and we're going to put that into the warm water. We're going to add our collagen supplement, so I'm going to use 1 of the scoops and also put that in here. I'm going to mix this together, and then we're going to let this sit so that the kibble can take on the liquid. We want this to be nice and mushy. Obviously, if you are using freeze-dried, you have to do this as well. But if you're using wet food, or if you have fresh food for your dog, then you don't have to let it sit. You can just continue with the next step. I took a baking pan here and just lined that with some wax paper, and then I'm setting my bones in here. I set them down with the cutting end, which is usually a lot flatter to the bottom. If your bones have really large openings on the top and the bottom, I suggest to use a little bit of plastic wrap on the bottom to prevent the filling from running out on the other side. We will be freezing these to harden the filling in there. So the kibble has taken on all of our liquid, so you don't necessarily need it to be all mushy. You just want it to be soft. And at this point, we can go ahead and start filling. So basically, we're just going to put the kibble stuffing into our bones. And I like the kibble to still be pretty chunky, because then as it falls out, it actually little chunky treats for the dog as they are working on getting them out of the bones. And so then you can put this, if you have room in your freezer, you can put it like this in your freezer. If you don't have room, then you can just put the bones in a little Ziploc bag and we want to freeze them overnight or for at least a few hours until they're hardened. Enrichment chews like these stuffed marrow bones add to your dog's mental stimulation and also provide dental health for your pet. This recipe uses your dog's regular food so that you can limit the amount of additional calories treats and regular chews often add to your dog's diet. For more healthy homemade dog treats, check out our playlist over here. And thank you for watching. Until next time, keep your paws on the road.